Greetings, welcome to another video today on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Aquarius, the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Pegasus, and winter. So, just give a quick cap. There's a lot of zodiac signs or stuff that can help us trace our energetics from either from the Western zodiac to the Mayan horoscopes, and then the galactic activation portals in the law of time material that you can look at and look up your galactic activation portal day on that. I think any of the zodiac disciplines can be used to trace your star lineage, as the zodiac is a representation of the constellations above. And to me, the zodiac is like the wheel. It's a stargate. It clicks. And let's say you're born during the Aquarian time frame. And there's many different disciplines you can look at: sidereal, tropical, sidereal, or Vedic. They all have relevance, in my opinion, to finding out if you're looking to find out your star origins or your constellations. To me, it's also representative of energy, because oftentimes things can be hidden within encryption phases or codexes. Things can be hidden within that. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about Pegasus. Pegasus made its way into my awareness a few years back. Actually, it was quite a few years ago. I want to say it was between 2011 and 2012. The Pegasian energy is a very powerful energy. It is associated with horses and unicorns and stuff. The Pegasian energy is very powerful. And in Dreamtime, we were starting to learn another energetic discipline with this Pegasus energy. The Pegasus energy is strong. And I'm not saying any other energetic type is strong, but it's very strong, because the Pegasian beings, they were very balanced with how they were using the energy, because it is actually, at the end of the day, it can be used on people, but it can also be used to help horses as well, because the horses, you can do energetic work with horses and it'll help them as well with it. But it's a very powerful and strong energy. And right now I'm feeling that part of the currents that are coming in Earth are part of the Pegasian energetics. Those are just my feelings right now. I'm feeling a lot of Pegasus energy with the cold currents that are moving through, or the winter currents that are moving through, whether it is warm out in your particular geographic area or it is not. I'm still feeling a lot of that with the energetics that are moving through with the winter energetics and the winter time energetics. And during the wintertime energetics, the underworlds are very powerful, in my opinion. It is as if the underworld has surfaced to run the world during the winter time of year. And that can be a very interesting time, because this can be a time where the veils are the thinnest, running from October 31st, arcing into March 21st. Those dates aren't cast in stone, so that can be played with and worked with. But right now, the underworld is interesting because it holds many secrets that if you get there, or if you can travel there, you will learn the many secrets. Some adepts talk about the underworld as not being quite what we're told, and from my feelings and experiences with the underworld, that is correct, that we are not being told everything about the underworld. Then the underworlds are still connected to the stars through the interstellar planes, gateways, and the interstellar planes and gateways, because ultimately we're connecting to the void, dark energy. All right, dark energy to me it can be used with good intentions to me, dark does not necessarily represent good or evil. As light, to me, doesn't always represent being goodness and whole. We should use all energetic codexes that we have available to us. I myself had a dream quite some time ago that before I incarnated, I had a dream that I was going to take on the role of working with the dark energetics. And to be a dark starseed, a dark seed, so to speak. And that is to work with heavy, dense energies, which one of the elements I do happen to work with is fire. And also air. We do work with air currents as well. But fire is a heavy, dense element because it's used to transmutate and transform. Fire and air are support and conjuncts to one another, but the two are used to transform. And the air brings in the new, blowing the winter winds from the north. And the Pegasine energy are tied into that, and to me it's tied into the Aquarian energy. And we're entering the first few moments, the very beginning of the beginning is that age. And right now you're seeing that the energetics of the Aquarian age are starting to get anchored in because all the change you're seeing and shifting is a representation of moving from one age into another age. But I've been feeling to do a video about the winter currents and the winter currents. So there's a lot of, change that happens in winter. Now, let's say you are, like my Western sign is a double air, but when I had a reading done, I was told that all my fire triangles are lit. So let's say all yours are, and you don't find much resonance to, let's say, a tarot reading or something done on the air, you could always go, like in my case, into the fire signs and see if they resonate more with you, which I feel is an interesting thing, resonates more into you. Now, when we had this dream about being a dark energetic practitioner, they had said that the light was represented already, and that as much as the light is helping out with the ascension, often we overlook that the dark has its key role as well, which I'm not fond of the phraseology, the dark cabal, dark this, dark that, because we are polarizing then and dividing into two camps, light, dark, right, left. When they are the same coin, when we flip the coin, they are the same. The dark has to be represented with their dark seeds, and it is not a malevolent thing. Again, I feel that this corruption, distortion matrices are playing out on all levels of both the light and the dark spectrums. Because the energetic adept, will learn to use both. Because both is the ultimate mastery and balance. Because when we open ourselves up to both, we open ourselves up to a whole wealth of information. And wisdom that comes with that information. And then it is up to us to, I would say, govern the information and use it for humanity's ascension. Because again, you're going to need both. This is not a polarized world towards dark, and this is technically not a polarized world towards light. It's a free will zone, meaning that there according to the prime directive, they're to have equal and opposite footholds. But however, there are other forces at play that I'm not going to get into in this video. But I feel that to say I'm one over the other, or maybe you're more drawn towards one over the other, and that is fine. Because, and again, it's going back to my feelings, is that during the year, our energetics shift and change during the year from one to another. Again, and the dark energetics need to have their representatives, because those are the primordial energies. The dark is the primordial facet of creation, and it is the dark is the void, is the base that, or a container, let's just say it's the container that all stems from, as the void is the ever-expanding all. It is the potential of everything in all ever-expanding. It is a container, in my view, or feelings, it is a container that the light expands into. That the dark generated the light. And so, to me, when I had that dream, I'm going to tell you personally that I felt a little resistance to it, because I was looking into contemporary literature about dark energetics and underworld energetics, when really, in reality, I should have been consulting my guides and my inner gnosis or understanding. But at the point where this was presented to us, we didn't have that gnosis or understanding that we have right now. I'm very much drawn to things like the moon and winter. I don't like winter from a cold standpoint, but the energetic of winter I'm very much drawn to, and the geometries of winter, like the snowflakes and those sacred geometries. And then there's another branch of astrology that the dragons have. They have their own astrology, and that is that on my birthday, this was presented to me from them, on my birthday, on 2/2/1977, was the fact that I was born, they said, during the time of the black dragon. But also, the white and the blue dragons are prevalent in that time frame too, because the black is that void, and the white could be viewed as, the white dragon could be viewed as a child to the dark dragon, who could be the parent giving birth. So the parent giving birth to the child, in this case a dragon, would lay an egg, and then that egg would hatch into the white dragon, and therefore the lineage would be, that could be a mother dragon passing off to either another mother dragon, or a female dragon, or a son, S-O-N dragon, S-U-N, could give birth to that. But again, the black, the container of all, which winter represents. The white is the purity that the probability and possibility of winter bursts and brings to us as a collective. I was just getting really drawn to doing a winter. There's not too much here on Pegasian energy, but I'm trying to tie it all together here with it. Perhaps we'll do a follow-up to this. But that is my impression of the winter energetics. And that the dark as much as the light, or the moon as much as the solar, are the children of night. Or you could also say children of the night were born in winter. You would be correct. You could also say that you are a descendant of the moon. That would be correct. But you could say you're descendant of both, depending on how your energetics are to you, to you during any given time and place. So that is all for today. Just kind of wanted to give you my thoughts on it. If you have any feelings, thoughts, please comment below. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.